Hi there, you're watching the Gardens and Graveyards channel. My name is Charisma and today we're meeting in the medicine garden and I wanted to give you an update on some of the small projects that we did earlier in the summer. So you can see two behind me. We have a pallet ladder with annuals in it. We have our tower of seeds back there. And then we have the tower with the watering can and annuals in front of me. So I wanted to show you what those are looking like, and then I have so many seedlings in this tower of seeds that I need to separate them out and plant them in other parts of the garden, so I thought I'd bring you along for that as well. So here is our pallet ladder with annuals, and we skipped watering on a day when it had rained in the morning, but it got hot in the afternoon. So I need to cut these back. I think they'll flush back out. They just need a little bit more water and some rejuvenation. Same with these. And I had to do that with the snapdragons already once, but there's little buds all over them, so I think they'll flush out pretty soon. Then up here in the tower of seeds, you can see our nasturtiums are starting to bloom, but they're really thick in there. So I want to pull out about half of them and plant them elsewhere in the garden. The cosmos have come up, but they are way too tall for this little planter. So we're going to pull those out. I'm going to plant them somewhere else, probably in another video, because I wanted to share something else with you with cosmos. These, again, they just need to be separated. These two can be separated. These are zinnias, just a few different things. The back side where I planted lettuce in that sort, well, this crocosmia grew and completely shaded out. So it wasn't just part shade, it was full shade. So none of those seedlings grew. However, I do see some seedlings here. These are peas or sweet peas? Sweet peas. So they're trying. So I think if I pull them out and put them somewhere else, they'll stand a chance. So that's what we're gonna do with that. Then we'll come over here. All right, and then over here we have our watering can with pots of annuals, and again, just a little, we watered them, I think last night. We had something else here that totally fried. I cut it off. We need to deadhead these. What are these? Verbena Twister Red. Obsession Twister Red Verbena. So I want to deadhead these and give them a little fertilizer. These need to be deadheaded as well. These are not proven winter annuals, and they have to get deadheaded in order to keep producing. Same with this Calibracoa back here. So we'll just get those cleaned up, and yeah, that's what we're doing today. All right, that's the best I can do for generic annuals. I will say that if you're interested in letting seeds spread, most like kind of generic nursery pot kind of annuals, there's a good chance that you'll get seedlings the next year. So a lot of these snapdragons have gone to seed and they've already dropped their seed right below. So there's a good chance that I'll get snapdragons underneath there next year, which I don't mind. But overall, the performance of a proven winners plant is so much more superior than a regular annual that you can find. I just don't see you know, the worth of continuing to buy regular annuals. It's just not worth it to me. There's more maintenance because you have to deadhead them. They just don't perform as well. They're prone to powdery mildew. They're prone to black spot. And I don't have all those issues with Proven Winner annuals. The only issue that I had this year with them was one container with one plant in it had thrip, and I had to treat it for thrip for a little while before my blooms start opening up. And that's it. That's the only problem that I had. Any other problems was my fault. Whether I didn't give them enough water, I didn't give them enough fertilizer, that kind of thing happened. But that was on me, not on the genetics of the plant. Most of the 2 annual sections that I just did, those were all really the performance of the plant, more so than human error. All right, let's get to the tower of seeds. All of those were seeds that I sowed in that tower, and a lot of them were several years old. So the fact that I got as many seedlings as I did is fantastic, because they were all packets that I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw these out because I don't know how old they are. They've been opened. I don't remember the last time I used them. I'm gonna give them one last chance and get them in this little tower of seeds and see what comes up. We had quite a few come up, so that's pretty exciting. But now I've got to divide them because there's way too many. Okay. All right, so the top one has all nasturtiums and some sweet peas. These are sweet peas, the rest of these are nasturtiums. And so what I'm just gonna do is like take out about 50% of them. So I've got this small trowel. I'm gonna put sweet pea transplant in this one that lost. African daisy didn't come through. This is, okay, so this is still the same. Get that. We didn't get a black-eyed Susan. I'm gonna get rid of those. So there's Beaujolais sweet peas. I think I only did one sweet pea. I'm not sure. Let's see. There's nothing in there. We lost lettuce, I think. And chard, but there might be some chard over here. Let's see, this one, snapdragons we got, and okay, so sweet pea, zinnias. Okay. Look like snapdragons. Okay. All right. So, and then this was calendula, which also didn't come up. So I'm gonna put one of these nasturtiums in the front here as well. B. We'll try a sweet pea in here. All right. Now let's go plant this calendula and sweet peas somewhere else that they have room to grow. All right, I'm sitting here next to my dwarf oregano, and I'm actually in a spot right here that's empty. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and put all of these nasturtiums in this spot. I'm gonna put a little plant tone in there just to give it a little extra boost. Let's see, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Going ahead and burying the stems a little bit. So you can see the roots here, and then there's a good long stem before it starts branching off here. Okay, so I can bury this stem up right to that branch, and then more roots will establish off of the bottom of that stem. All right, so in the second tier, so we just planted the nasturtiums right there, the tower is right there. We're gonna put the peas right here. But first, I wanna put in a trellis. It's an airplane. See what we can get here. All right, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 peas in the ground. And now let's go see what else we can find in that tower of seeds to transplant. Okay, so I found 2 zinnias. Little worse for wear. It looks like this one's been munched on, but good strong roots. They are Giants of California. So we are gonna put them right here out of this garlic chive. All right, what else is there? I got a pocket full of snapdragons. Let's go plant them. All right, so I recently removed all the honeywort from this barrel with the vermillionaire in it. I do need to cut back my rosemary so it has a little bit more light, which I will do in just a minute. But let's get these snaps planted in the front here. I'm gonna put a little plant tone, give this pot a little rejuvenation in the summer. There's already a snapdragon in here, and I think celosia. Yeah, this is a snapdragon that seeded itself. Anyways, what we're gonna do is carefully separate these out like this and plant them like 3 to 5 inches apart. The ones that were on the edge that got the most sun were really tall, and then these shaded these out, and they're really small. I'm just gonna select the ones that have true leaves on them. These ones that just have the 2, those are the seedling seeds. And I just don't know if there's enough time in the summer to actually get these guys to produce anyway. So I'm selecting the ones that have the best opportunity with roots and true leaves. The true leaves come on. The first set of seed is the seedling leaves, and then the second set is the true leaf. All right, I am trying to beat the sun, so let's try to get the rest of these out. All right, so we've got this all thinned out. This looks a little bit more like it has some room to breathe. I popped a couple into this pocket that were up here, and this pocket, this is a sweet pea and a nasturtium, and then a sweet pea and a nasturtium that I put over here, a sweet pea in this one, and I left one nasturtium in here. And that's all I left in the tower. All the lower seeds all got removed and transplanted out. We put, well, I dropped a Swiss chard right there, so I just planted it. And then we have a nasturtium, a sweet pea, and 2 more nasturtiums right along this edge. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nasturtiums in this little group. We have 7 sweet peas in this obelisk that I put up here for the sweet peas. So we can see from down here. So we've got the tower right there. Right below it, we put nasturtiums and sweet peas. Right below that, we put a patch of nasturtiums. And then below that, we put the sweet peas. And we put 2 zinnias that survived right there. And over on this side, which I didn't show you because they were just super tiny and I wanted to get them in the ground, I did 2 short rows of Bright Lights Swiss chard. I think I have 8 or 10 in there. And then at the end of this raised bed here, I put lettuce. And this corner gets pretty shaded out with the St. John's wort, the Artemisia. The lovage I just cut back, but it'll grow some more and that'll shade it. Blueberry, it's kind of tucked in there nice and protected, so I think that will be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and go up here to, oh, I almost forgot. In the rhubarb, I put my tiniest snapdragon seedlings. And then we will go up here, and the last thing that we put in the ground, or in a pot rather, were the rest of the snapdragons. They were a little bit more robust, all of these little guys. I didn't count. I think there's like 15 or 16 of them in there. All right, so the sun is coming out and I want to get all of these seedlings watered in so that they can get good and established. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're celebrating your life, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.